We speak with Kris Miller, Legacy Wealth Strategist, also known as the Money Maestro.
We're going to be sharing that with veterans. We're going to take it to schools. We're going to take it everywhere because of the financial literacy loss, right? My goal is to get that out there so millions of people can learn about healthy money.
Would you like to take better control of your financial future, no matter what age you are? Well, here's a few secrets for safe money and a fabulous future. We speak with Kris Miller, Legacy Wealth Strategist, also known as the Money Maestro. Hi, Kris. Welcome to the Tony DUrso Show.
Hey, Tony. Thank you again for having me. Pleasure.
The honor is mine. And I tell you what, there's so many topics that we could talk about. Let's start from the top. With the current economic climate, there's stock market uncertainty, there's rising inflation, high interest rates. What would you say, Kris, is the most critical aspect of securing our financial future?
Perfect question, Tony. And right now, that is what people should just take a little time out, especially during the holidays, right? And really think about what's going on. When you have half the planet buying gold right now, there's something that you need to look at. And you really can't believe your lying eyes on what you see on the cable news or the TV, and the numbers are being manipulated. So I'm a big fan. I'm a safe money specialist, right? And so I'm proud to say no one on my watch has ever lost a dime in any market risk. So I'm really encouraging people that to look at the money. Most people have like 90% or more of their money in the stock market. Where's your 401k? Where's your IRA, right? It's all at risk. So I want to show people and teach people about safe money. Now, that's the big picture. A lot of people, even wealthy people, have lots of money, but it's all invested. Make sure you have liquid money, meaning rainy day money, because it's uncertain. We don't know what's going to happen if we have another lockdown or whatever. Be prepared. Make sure you have liquid assets. Make sure your money is invested in something that you never lose your principal. And that's depending on your age, what would be appropriate. It's not really a one size fits all, but that's what I specialize in, Tony. And I feel like I'm running in front of a fire and that there's only so much time. And what happens is I have visions. I see all these little sheepies about to go off a cliff and nobody's telling them. If you turn on the TV, they're going, oh, everything's fine. Just keep going that way, right? Go right off. And they're not being told the truth. So that's why I'm broadcasting, right? And that's why I'm sharing all that information.
Well, Kris, I appreciate that. There is a growing stress that I see out there in the world on finances. There's fees here and fees there and debt here, and it's just things are adding up, and there are rising prices of gasoline and other things at the supermarket, and the supply chain is being choked. There's all sorts of issues. And we really do have to step up and kind of work out how we can best deal with it. There's so much to say about it. One thing that I wanted to that caught my eye that you can talk about or specialize in is this concept of crash proofing finances. And I'm curious, what is it and how can that help protect our assets during the market issues we're having?
Very good question. So when I first started out 33 years ago, and I had money just like everybody else in the market and different things, and I lost money. In the end of the 90s, we had a crash. I was like, what's going on? I'm a planner. I'm not supposed to lose money. And I realized that I was not being taught everything. And the responsibility of handling other people's estates was very heavy on me. I didn't want to make any mistakes. So I took time out. I looked at, what do I want? I want my money safe. So at the time, I stopped, I researched it, and I got, at the time, equity index annuities. And that's the first thing that I came upon. And basically, an annuity is like a savings account with an insurance company. Now, there's a lot of them out there. They're not all good. They're variable ones. There's different kinds. So I'm not saying they're all good. Of course, the ones that I use are because I've tried and tested them. I'm not experimenting. I've done this for 3 decades. And what happened was I literally set up a plan and I really didn't know what I was doing in the long run. And now, 3 decades later, I was like, wow, this is amazing. And what happened was I set up equity index annuities for income, and I had them set up for 62, 65, 67, and I was just going to start to take the income at those ages. Well, when I got to 62, I was working, have a great business, didn't really need the income, and I decided to push it forward. Just like your Social Security. If you can finagle, right, figure out keeping your income high enough and you push your Social Security to 70, you get 30% more. Guess what? Social Security is a big annuity at 8% simple. That's what it is, a big old annuity, and that's how they're generating the money inside of there to pay people. So I decided to do that, and it really worked out good. Basically, what I did was I split my money in half, and I put half in accumulation and half in income. Now, the accumulation is an annuity that basically what annuity does, it has indexes in it. So it gets the growth of the market without risking your principal. So there's a floor. If the market goes up 2, you get 2. If the market goes down 2, nothing happens. And these can be set up really creatively, like stairways. So I split my money in half at the time, and I bought some for income, bought some for growth. Time went on. In fact, during the lockdown, right? I'm a national speaker. I wasn't out speaking, and my income went down, and so did my business. And I was like, okay, what am I going to do? I just reached into my annuity, took out a 10% free withdrawal, and I had all my budget money to shift my business from brick and mortar to digital. And started, instead of doing live events, started doing webinars and broadcasts. So it has worked out really well. And because I've done this for 3 decades, to this point, my money has doubled. So the payouts literally have doubled. I think I'll get a triple because I'm going to have longevity, God willing, right? But they've really paid out well. At the time of this recording, an accumulation annuity, those have more liquidity. They allow you a 10% free withdrawal. Right now, they're trending at 10 to 15%. That's right. They're always way above inflation. And insurance companies are investing in the long haul. They buy 20, 30-year options. And then that way, your principal's not in there. So if the market goes down again, you do not lose your principal. In fact, not one person lost $1 in an annuity in the Great Depression. So they're very safe. That's why I got into it. There's different kinds of annuities. There's actually even annuities for long-term care, because maybe you're not in good health and you need to make sure you're covered, because that is a huge 911 is most people don't have long-term care. In fact, 2% of people don't have long-term care. And, what is it? 7 out of 10 over 65 end up in a nursing home. So there's all of these things that you have to have built into the money. Now, as I move forward, I found out about something. Boy, did I wish I knew about it when I was 30, right? It was called Index Universal Life. It's another insurance product. But what it does is it accelerates the death benefit so you can live on it while you are alive. And it pays you out tax-free income for life. But wait, there's more. Inside of it, it also has catastrophic illness protection, where you can literally use 2% of the death benefit for care. And what I teach my clients to do, stay in your own home. Don't go to a nursing home if you can. You'll live longer, right? And you'll be able to stay at home with your family and your foods and your smells. That's the best. So that's what I teach my clients how to do, to be empowered around their money, stay in their own home and not be at risk. These things are really fabulous. I say a kid, he was 38. He put in $500 a month. Check this out. He got 80 to $100,000 tax free for life with only $500 in a month. And it's the power of longevity, tax deferral, high interest rates that can produce this amazing income. And mind you, the income is tax free. So if you're in the 40% tax bracket, you might as well just multiply that because the value of the money is worth more. So depending on your age, in your health, there's different strategies like the IUL. You got to have health for that. Now, maybe you've had cancer. Doesn't mean you're out. People have cancer, and if they've been cancer free for a certain amount of time, they can still get it. So each product is really customized to who you are and what your goals are.
Kris, you're so smart on all this stuff. I love it. Annuities. And I love the fact that I know a little bit about annuities, not like you, but I get it. I get how important and vital and valuable they are. And I didn't know some of these points on the tax write-off, the interest, you know, the you don't pay taxes on it, and you can pull money, and just absolutely amazing. And I'm thinking with this, I'm going, we need to do this. And
Yes, yes.
I'm thinking that there's, even though we're doing this, there's probably some fundamental things that we may overlook. We're trying to protect our assets. We want to secure our financial future. I think that there's still some things there that we want to make sure to look out for before we just jump into something like this.
Absolutely. So, when I do financial fitness strategies with sessions with people that I don't charge for, people think I'm crazy. And I kind of think I'm a little crazy too, because I spend a lot of time where I spend and I ask you, your age, your health, your wealth, your growth, and then what your goals are. For example, you have a Southgate, you have a wonderful foundation. You're all about give back. So you build that into the legacy, your living legacy. And anybody that I talk to, that's what I would do. And then I go back and I research based on what you've told me, your age, your health, your wealth, and your goals. And I research a plan. And I'm not just selling a product, but how do all the things that you have work together for good? And, it's really exciting because I'm pretty proud of it. I feel, grateful to God that I've been blessed with this because it just fell in my lap to learn these things because it's hidden and it's not really allowed to be brought, it's not on the mainstream. The market that's what the only thing that people know about. I want to make market. I got to invest in the stock market. And that's all people know. They don't know about safe money. There's less money for me in this business. I'd make a lot more money doing stocks. I make money holding your stocks. I make money selling your stocks. I make money doing nothing. But do they call you to tell you, hey, we're having a crash now? Very few really are proactive with their clients. They get the money and then we're so busy we forget about it. It's shocking. I have clients that come to my office. I go, where's your 401k? Where's your IRA? And they're like, and they name some big company. I go, but where is it invested? And it's like, they really don't know. And a lot of people don't want to look. Seriously, I go, have you looked at it lately? No, I don't want to know about it. So it's a little crazy. And I like to empower people around money because the way the world has been set people up to be disempowered around their money. So they feel ashamed. They feel bad that they didn't do anything or they're starting too late. It's never too late. And even if you don't have a lot of money, right? Even a small amount of money, even if you only 10, 20,000, you put that inside, say an annuity, that will double the money and make the money last you for life, right? If you had a payout that pays you for life. Now, equity index annuities are tax deferred. So you do pay taxes on those when you take them out. Index universal life are tax free. You don't pay taxes when you take those out. One is underwritten, one is not. So they have different qualities to them that I just know because I've done thousands of these, that I find out what's suitable for you. Each person has something different. It's not a one size fits all. So it's a customized, it's like building a sports car that's going to get you the other side of the racetrack in one piece. You won't lose your will along the way. And it's so confusing to see the amount of debt that people really are in using credit cards. Stop the credit card thing, okay? If you can't pay for it, don't do it right now. That the amount of debt, oh my gosh, people right now are living, 60% of people in the country are living paycheck to paycheck. People all the way up to 100,000, right? That a year. That, high amounts of money for income, high to some people, are living paycheck to paycheck or month to month because of the debt. So I show people how to get out of that and how to make sure that their money is safe. And
Great points. There's so much more here to learn about. As you're going through this, I'm thinking, is there a place where we can go? What's your website? Where can we go to find out more about this, as well as find out how to reach you and ask you perhaps specific questions about some of this?
Thank you, Tony. You're so wonderful. Yes, there's a way. Look, you can literally, I'm going to give you the secret code. Hop on my calendar if you want a financial fitness strategy session. Go to meetwithkrismiller.com. And so MEET, meet with, and Kris is with a K, krismiller.com. That gets you on my calendar. My website is healthymoneyhappylife.com. So when your money is healthy,
if we go to the healthymoneyhappylife.com, is your calendar also connected to that?
There's a Meet with Kris Miller on there.
Okay.
Yes. And I'm about to launch a course called Create Income You'll Never Outlive. And so you can literally sign up for it. We're going to only allow 10 people in, where we literally have 50 videos to educate you, 7 modules. And we meet one-on-one, and your living trust gets built into it. So we're going to start small, but we're going to be sharing that with veterans. We're going to take it to schools. We're going to take it everywhere because of the financial literacy loss, right? My goal is to get that out there so millions of people can learn about healthy money. Because, Tony, people are so ashamed about their money and disempowered because they don't know. But when you know, it gives you what I call a peace of mind, or an estate of mind, when all your affairs are in order. You don't have to worry about it. You don't have to worry about if something happens, right? You have the right legal documents, a living trust. And that's really important. No matter what age you are, we're living in such a crazy world. But a living trust is not just an end-of-life document. It also has your powers of attorney for financial, healthcare, things we need right now. And our company's made over 6,000 of those. Thank God we've never had a problem. They work. That's right. And so those are all the fun things we get to share. Oh, and the phone number.
There's so much more to say about incorporating living trust. It's just a whole new world of stuff. But I want people to just go to your website and find out about you, book that free call, and see how you can help them, because everyone may have something a little bit different, and there's different scenarios and there's different options. And I just love what you do, Kris. I just want to thank you so much for coming on, hopping on, and giving us some information that's very, very needed right now. So I just want to thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Tony. It's been a complete honor. It's always fun to be with you so much.